You're alone in this room right now, and I want to share this with you. And I heard this firsthand from a friend of mine named Sefu Bernard. And he was on staff with the Toronto Raptors a number of years ago. And there was a new player in the NBA by the name of Pop Sau. And Pop was playing in the Summer League. And he had a very bright future ahead of him. He had come over from Africa. His family is still over in Africa. And he was all alone. And he was trying to make a career out of this basketball thing. Really strong, athletic player. And in this Las Vegas Summer League, he went up to go block a shot. He got undercut, spun around, came down on his head, and broke his neck. And he got rushed to the hospital. My friend Sefu was with him in the hospital when he woke up. And Sefu was there when he woke up, and the doctor said, "Pop, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this, but you're paralyzed from the neck down, and you may never walk again." And like Sefu told me, like it was just heartbreaking for him to watch Pop process that information about not only were his dreams taken away in that moment, but he was told he might never walk again. And Sefu just like reached out and was like, "Pop, man, I'm so sorry that this happened to you." And what Pop said next, to this day, to this moment right now, actually gives me goosebumps. Pop said, "Sefu, this was meant to happen to me." What? He said, "No, this was meant to happen to me." And Sefu's like, "No, Pop, like this shouldn't happen to anyone. This is tragic, man. I'm so sorry." And Pop said, No, it was meant to happen to me because I'm big enough to handle this." Right when he woke up, right when he got that news, his immediate response, if that's not a lion, I don't know what is. I'm big enough to handle this. And the doctor and Sefu were both just so shocked by that response. And Pop went on to say, "You know what? Respectfully, Doc, I'm gonna walk again. And I'm not only gonna walk again, I'm gonna play in the NBA again because I was built for this." And the really cool culmination to that story is that while he did not have a long career in the NBA, he did fully recover. He did play in the NBA again and went on to play professionally overseas. But without the Lion's mind, he never would have made that incredible and inspirational comeback. Do you want to be a hero? Do you want to do something heroic? Your obstacle is waiting. I repeat, and please write this down, your obstacle is waiting. Because if you want to do something great, if you want to do something heroic, the only way you will achieve that heroic thing is on the other side of hard. Here's something else to write down. Everything you want is on the other side of hard. Everything you're dreaming of, your vision, the player you want to be, the level you want to play at, the life you want, it's on the other side of hard. And what's great for you is that you're hearing this now. Before you hit, for most of you, all right? For most of you, you haven't yet hit hard. You haven't yet hit that obstacle because great achievement only comes after great obstacles. Another thing for you to write down right now would be this: the obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. And it really just all comes down to how you view the obstacle. Because you can either be a victim, that's a sparrow mentality, you can be a victim of these obstacles, or you can be bigger than the obstacle. You can be a victim and have that victim mindset. Oh, it's not fair. It's so political on my team. Oh, it's not fair. They get shoot more shots than me. Or you can be bigger than petty problems. Bad reffing's petty problems. A slippery floor, that's just a petty problem. The ball not bouncing, that's a petty problem. It being cold outside is a petty problem. It being hot outside is a petty problem. Be bigger than petty problems. Let me give you some more actionable ways to do that. First, remember this. An actionable mindset for obstacles is assume everything that happens to you is in your best interest, right? I don't know how yet, but it's in my best interest. I've got to find out how. All right, this person ran into my car. Instead of being upset or a victim of that, I assume this is in my best interest. I just got to find out how. There's some way that this is in my best. I was either supposed to meet this person, it kept me from a greater danger, or I need to learn patience, or whatever. Assume it's in your best interest, because when you do, the obstacle will become the way. Just have that mindset. And most of the time, victims and sparrows immediately think about how it's other people's fault. everything that happened to them. It's my coach's fault, it's the referee's fault, it's my boyfriend or girlfriend's fault, it's my teammate's fault. It's always their fault. And when they are successful, they got lucky. But when I'm successful, it's hard work. It's never luck. And that's just the default for most human beings. And I want you to eliminate that entire mindset. Instead, start with what can I own in this situation. In Pop Sal's situation, the only thing he could own was his mind. He couldn't own his body. He couldn't even move it. So he didn't think about that. He thought about, I can own my mind and I can believe I'm big enough to handle this. What can you own when you run into obstacles? Second, remind yourself of what you love about the game. A lot of times we get so discouraged and dejected when we hit obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. We just want to give up. But in order to overcome that, just remember what you love about the game. I love seeing that ball go through the hoop when I shoot it. That makes me so happy. Another thing I love about the game is I love to play. I just love to compete, right? I love to try and win. Another thing I love about the game is I love the mental aspect of it, like trying to use cleverness and fakes and figure out how they're playing you and how can you get some sort of an advantage. I love that part of the game, how the mind is such a big part of it. Another thing that I love about the game is I love a tired body. Like I got to actually play this morning and I hadn't played in a while and my body's tired right now. And I love it because I know I did good work, right? And the final thing I love is I love the mutual respect and connection that you make with people when you play, both on your team and other teams, or even just playing pickup. Like when you know someone else can hoop and they play the right way and they get it, like you instantly have respect for each other, respect for the craft. I really like that mutual respect for the craft, and that's a recent one actually that I just realized I'm just filled with joy right now. I'm filled with joy right now. And whenever you start to get frustrated about an obstacle, protect your joy by remembering what you love about the game. Also remember who you appreciate. And this one has really helped me a lot. I mean, I'm sure you have someone in your life that has sacrificed a lot for you to play the game you love, to be here doing this right now. Someone that's maybe taught you about, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's a trainer, maybe it's a sibling, maybe it's a grandparent. Man, my dad drove me to open gyms all over the place, even when I didn't want to go. He went with me and invested so much time in cultivating my love for the game. And so when I run into an obstacle, I don't want to waste his investment. I don't want to make it worthless, all the time and energy he poured into this thing and all the great memories that we had by souring it, by not showing up well. So remember that, and I think that will change your mindset. It's even changing mine as I go through it right now. Who's that person that you need to remember, who you really appreciate their investment in you? And maybe it's not just in your basketball game, but just you as a person, loving on you and helping you and putting a roof over your head and feeding you and encouraging you and teaching you and telling you truth. And second to last, revisit your dream. Sometimes we get so caught up in the now, like I'm not shooting well right now, or I'm not getting much playing time right now, or I'm injured right now, and that's all we can see, and that's the obstacle, and we just stare at the obstacle. Lift your eyes. Sometimes you gotta lift your eyes from the obstacle to the dream, to that vision that we wrote down earlier. And what your eyes see is what the images are in your mind, and the images in your mind really create your whole experience. The words you say and what you feel and what your eyes see, that's where you go. If I want to go over there, I look over there. If I want to go over there, I look over there. If we're looking at the obstacle, we keep running into the obstacle. But if we raise our eyes, we can see more. Do this little exercise with me real quick. You gotta trust me. I won't do anything weird to you. All right, I'm not even there. Okay, but I would just ask right now that you close your eyes. Actually, don't close your eyes yet. Yeah, do. Sorry. Close your eyes right where you are. Okay. I'm doing it with you. And I want you to, for 5 seconds, I want you to paint everything in your mind and in your room, the space around you, paint it all blue, all right? Paint it the color of the sky. Paint the ceiling blue and paint the walls blue and paint the floor blue and all the furniture, paint that blue as well. And whatever screen you're looking at, paint that blue and paint your own skin blue. Everything's blue. All right, in a moment, I'm gonna have you open your eyes. Keep them closed, okay? And when you open your eyes, I want you to count how many things in the room you see that are blue. But let's do it before you do. Okay, paint everything blue. Just wash it blue, blue, good. Okay, ready? Open your eyes. Count. How many blue things? Close your eyes again. Come on, do it. Close your eyes. Good. Your eyes are closed. All right. Say out loud how many things you saw that were blue. Me, I saw 3. Keep your eyes closed. Okay, you said it out loud, all right? Now, I want you to say out loud how many things you saw that were red. I can't remember when I saw it was red. You maybe saw 1. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes. I know because I've done this exercise many, many times. You saw more blue things than red things. And as you look around the room, there's probably not actually that many more blue things than red things, unless your favorite color is blue and you're in your room right now. There's probably not, but because we thought about blue, what we saw was blue. And that's what obstacles are like. When you think about obstacles, what you see in real life are obstacles. But when you think about your dream, what you see are ways to get to your dream. It's real. It will help you overcome obstacles. Please practice it. I wish I had practiced that better. And I will. I'm committed to practicing it better going forward. Oh, this is good. All right. Some of you are like reading this right now. You're like, what are you talking about, man? Think about quitting. When you do the steps, okay? When you go through all these steps of your obstacles, okay? And if you're still just discouraged, right? If you're still just discouraged and dejected, then you got to seriously think about quitting. Because maybe 2 reasons, okay? I really want you to hear me out on this, because I'm not advocating quitting when you hit an obstacle. Please hear that. I am not advocating that. I'm advocating doing this with a lion's mindset to overcome obstacles, because everything I've told you, you know this, the obstacle is the way. I believe that. But, and this is a big but that you do need to think about. But if you've done all that and you still have no joy, maybe you need to find something else that you're more passionate about. And maybe the obstacle is actually showing you the way to pursue something other than basketball. Maybe this obstacle, after you've done the hard work of all these steps, is maybe showing you the way to a passion and a greater success and fulfillment in something other than basketball. I want you to find your passion. I want you to pursue it. That's what everyone that loves you wants for you. So that's the first reason why you should probably think about quitting if you still feel a lack of inspiration after doing all these steps over a long period of time, okay? Over a long period of time. And the second reason you should think about quitting is because oftentimes thinking about quitting, when you hold up those 2 options, stay in this tough situation that I don't like versus quit the game I love, all of a sudden your situation might not look as bad. It might not look as bad. Like thinking about quitting might actually be like, okay, I'm in. Like this isn't perfect, but I like that option better than quitting the game I love. And that can at least get rid of a lot of those discouraging thoughts. Yeah, I mean, that's some deep stuff. But if you play the game long enough, and the older players that are here with me right now, and probably the coaches that are here with me right now, you know about this. You're going to hit this place if you haven't hit it already, and you might hit it multiple times. And I wish someone had shared this with me when I hit this place multiple times. I really wish they had, because I spent 2 years of my college basketball career as a super sparrow, just in my own negative thought circles, and just frustrated and wasting my time with no joy. Whereas if I had done this, if someone had grabbed me by the neck and say, look, do this, oh my goodness, I'm thinking back now, I could have overcome those obstacles so easily, but I didn't. I just kept running my head into the wall, and it hurt. So I'm glad I was able to tell you the truth now, so you don't just keep bumping into reality over and over again and keep wondering why it hurts so bad. So I hope you take this to heart. I truly do. We're going to listen to a quick video here, and I think we're going to end on a higher, more uplifting note. And I really want you to listen to what is said after a team wins the 2019 national championship. After Virginia wins the 2019 national championship, they're at the height. But let's hear how they got there.
If you learn to use it right, the adversity, it will buy you a ticket to a place you couldn't have gone any other way. And I don't know if maybe we could have, but I don't know, going through what we did last year and having to, it helped me as a coach, all the stuff that they talked about, I think bought us a ticket to a national championship. And at the time you went to thought it, but they were battle tested. They were, you can't go through the stuff that no one's experienced. And again, it is a game, we talked about it, but they had to deal with things, their own stuff inside and the opinion of others, and just come together and tighten it in a way. And they went after it in terms of developing their own game, and then how they played. They were a joy to coach. I mean, they worked. And anything I said, yes, sir, they would just go after it.
Sometimes the challenge can buy you a ticket to where you want to go. Think about that the next time you have an